Hey, everybody.
Can you guys hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Hey. Yeah, now I can.
Yay! Oh my gosh, y'all. It would only be fitting that on our celebration call, I would be doing all kinds of weird things to make this work. As a mother, I'm outside in my car right now. I've called in on my computer so I could record it, and then I walked out and I'm gonna be on my phone doing it. So we're just recording right now. This is what we're doing. Oh my gosh. Awesome.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So exciting.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
I know, you guys, we did it. We won big. I mean,
Absolutely.
seriously. And I seriously hope that every single one of you guys latch on to what that feels like, because everybody had a very, very, I mean, you guys should know, we did all those huddle calls. Everybody played a really, really important part. And so just getting to see all of us go after something big and crush it, I mean, that is who we are. I mean, that's just going to keep happening on this team. So I've already told you guys before, and it still rings true. I haven't crossed the stage yet, but when I do, it's going to be on, off, get y'all up there. So that's what we're going to do. We'll hit on that just a little bit here in a minute. But I was like, I can't wait till conference. We have to do some kind of celebration before then, and especially because all of you guys had so many amazing wins throughout this process. And I think it's important for all of us to hear and see the wins everybody had collectively, because it just shows what happens when people go after things that matter to them, and they don't just do it alone, they do it with other people, what that accomplishes together. I mean, it's phenomenal. And I've never seen so much crazy, amazing winning and things just falling into place like I have the last few months. I've never seen anything like it. And it really has seriously been a result of all, just everybody's consistency. I mean, staying connected and staying the course and continuing to plant those seeds, because they don't just come out of nowhere. It comes from months of staying consistent. And I know everybody on here can echo that it really is a matter of that faithfulness of, the small ball activity that we'd been doing for several months, and it paid off. It paid off for everybody, and I know it's going to continue to. So let's see here. Is everybody on here is also Colleen. I don't know if Colleen will be. Everybody just believes she will be. Maybe we can get her over to conference. But you guys, I can't wait to see y'all at conference, because it's gonna be for real then whenever we're on that stage. So I hope y'all got to hear the song. I've been thinking about y'all with all these decisions that I have to make all of a sudden about speech and song, and dresses and all this stuff. And I always think about you guys. I'm like, this is why I really wish I had my team local on me. We could just like do a team outing and knock all this stuff out. But I hope that you guys got to listen to the song. And if you haven't yet, definitely listen to it, because I cannot emphasize this enough. I mean, I'm literally going to be on stage for 4 minutes from start to finish. Okay. So it's not long. You want to sear that in your mind, not me being on stage, but you want to sear that experience, because it's going to be real to you in a way it never has been. When you've watched anybody else cross the stage, it's going to be real to you. And that is going to be your opportunity to lock your picture in of what that's going to feel like for you, what it's going to feel like for your family. And any part of this process that I'm sharing with you leading up to that, I'm doing it because I want you to share in the joy, but also because I want you to be able to experience as much of this as you can, so you can be creating solid pictures for yourself and for your family. And part of that is what you can do, like with this song. I mean, I know all of you will resonate with the words of it, but also just getting that clear picture in your mind and thinking about what that's going to be like and look like. And so Lauren shared something. I'd love for you to tell everybody what you guys have been doing with the song, Lauren, and why.
Yeah, so I have pictured Leah and her family on the stage for quite some time, but in the last like 2 months, just my picture has gotten a lot more vivid, and now has Adeline in it, which is so fun. She's so cute. But this is actually something I was going to share on the Team Hold image chat that I didn't get a chance to share today. But there's like just all different aspects of this that have really gotten me thinking, especially these last couple weeks. But I have a really, really strong picture of Leah and her family up on that stage. And whenever I think about it, it makes me cry because I love them so much, and I've been wanting this for them so bad. And I have realized that, my why makes me cry, but I want my picture to make me cry. And, I'm getting there because I'm really excited for our family to walk out on that stage. And I know when I see them walk out on this stage, it's going to make it so much clearer in a way that, I know it's going to. But one thing that we've really been doing is I've just been thinking about Eden, because she is, 2.5, so she's really she can pick up on a lot of things, but she doesn't always totally understand what I'm doing when I'm working my business. Like, we talk about mommy's goal and that kind of thing, but I don't know that she necessarily understands that. But I've been thinking a lot. I mean, she loves Livy and Scarlett. She talks about Livy and Scarlett all the time. And so I was just thinking, like, this is going to have such incredible emotional impact for me to have that whole family up there on that stage that I love so much. But what an emotional impact it's going to have for her watching Livy and Scarlett up on the stage. And so we've been talking every day about watching Livy and Scarlett up there with her mommy and her daddy and their little sister up on the stage. And we've been playing that song over and over and over and over again. And every time before, I turn on the song, I'm like, this is the song that's going to play when Livy and Scarlett are up on the stage with their mommy and their daddy. And so now whenever she hears the song, she yells out, Livy Scarlett stage. And it just is like so awesome, you guys. Like, I just can't wait for her to see that. And then for me to be able to tell her that's going to be you. You're going to be up there just like them. So anyways, it's just so cool.
That is awesome. And it is powerful to create those pictures, because this is really probably the first time that I've had a picture that is so solid that I was like, just totally, rooted in it. There's nothing that could have like torn me from it. And then to see it happen, it's almost overwhelming. So anyway, I know that's happened for some of you guys too, and it's going to continue to. So I'd love for us to just kind of like, you guys just sort of take a couple minutes to share any wins that you want to, or even like memories or reflections through this journey, because for some of you, these last few months have encompassed a lot, even kind of like an awakening. Not only that, but a lot of accomplishments that came as a result of that. And so, anything you want to share just about highlights, like what you would say your highlights are of the last, 3 months, and what's happened. It could be things that have happened in your heart and mind. It could be actual wins you've gotten, a combination of those things, or things that have been really valuable for you during this search. Because like I told all of you at kind of toward the beginning of this, and I feel like I just kept saying it, is that everybody that stayed committed and participated in any way in this surge, and really stayed connected, I knew that it was going to create incredible things in your own life and in your own business. And so now's the time for us to share some of those. So whoever wants to just kind of like shout out some things, I'm going to be quiet now.
Hey. I see you, Andrea.
Hey.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Okay, all right, awesome. Because I'm gonna have to silence here in just a minute. I gotta put the little. We're really late here. Well, I just want to say that, being in this for just over 2 years, I know this goes beyond 3 months, but
that's all right.
I can remember when Leah really, I can remember when you and Damien and your family, even, even 2 years ago, including your girls and that, praying for the name. Just coming up with Team Whole. And so just seeing from where you were then, and you were so freaking awesome even 2 years ago, when I first met you, but, just to where you are now, and just the growth that I've seen in you, and where you've brought the team, and how this team has just evolved and developed and grown. And you're just like such an amazing leader, and where you've brought us and how you've helped me. And I know that that's not always been easy, but with all of us, it's a journey. And so I just want to say, like after 2 years, thank God, thank Leah, thank Lauren, and so many people, like finally in July, I finally got my sales coordinator. So that was such an awesome win for me. And then, it's been a process, but, adding a couple of HLPs and, working on my customer base, and it's just the small steps that I've been able to take. And just you and Lauren both really, really urging me and nudging me into image has been so beneficial. And just, can you girls see me? Hello.
Sort of.
Wait, I lost you guys. I don't know if you can see me.
Well, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so anyways, but it's just been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing ride. And to just feel the wins and then see you accomplish this. Um, oh, it's just amazing. I can't wait to be there and see you guys. And I know everybody feels the same way. But to see you and Damien and all three of the girls on stage, and I mean, my first conference was seeing you cross as SSC. And
That was your first conference?
Yes. And what a
Wow.
celebration was that. And it was just amazing. Then I just remember the feeling of seeing that. So I can't even imagine how it's going to feel for us to all be there, and how many more of us are going to be there than when we were there for SSC. So super exciting. Yeah. So anyways, there you go.
Well, just for the record, you have not been difficult. I have always loved you, and I am not
Journey.
kidding. From the time you started the business, seriously, Lauren and I were both like, she's going to be an NMD. So
Well, I will be.
that
it might
still,
take longer than what it's taking you, but it's going to be there.
no, it won't. It won't take long. I mean, it took me 8 years, so
Yeah.
you're way ahead of me. So I mean, it didn't really, you can look at it a lot of ways, but everybody's on their own journey, and you are. I mean, you have done some amazing things, and I've seen some incredible growth, and it is like total honor that you're on our team. Seriously. So
thank you.
Thanks for sharing that, though. That's really cool for you to share that, because you came on right at the beginning of the 2-year from a sales coordinator to an NMD. This happened in 2 years, and you came on in the beginning of that.
Yep, it's been a journey, and I've loved seeing you walk through that. So it's been amazing, and definitely a blessing.
Oh, thanks, Andrea.
Welcome. Jock in the background. He's listening.
Yes,
he just hollered in the background.
Is he going to be at conference?
No.
All right. Well, you're going to have to video it for him.
Yeah, I know.
He's got to see that, because he's got to be able to picture his mama.
I know. I'm going to be recording.
Okay. Make sure you got plenty of space on your phone.
I will. All right. I'm going to be here listening.
Okay.
I'm going to cut the video because I got to put little one in bed.
Okay.
All
All right. Deshawn, are you still ready?
I am.
All right. Go.
Wow.
What you got for us?
So I have a lot of wins to celebrate this month. It was my birthday this month, starting off. So that was a win. I'm 35 this year. And thank you. This is a super busy month, but I have really seen people on my team really step up in a big way. In fact, today I had a house event today, which went really well. And some of my customers were there, and new people that are potentials for other people to do HOPs. And so that was a big inspiration, because in that event, some people who had just started their business venture in Juice Plus got really inspired at the event. And one of the things I did was I made little samples of the pudding that I always post on my page. And I did it really small, and I did it in chocolate, because I've been having a lot of customers who are not particularly fans of chocolate as much, surprisingly, right? And so I started with that one on purpose, and then I had a little raffle where I had people guess something, and then they were able to win some complete, and they really enjoyed that. It was a different group of women that I've never met before. It was nice to just kind of get out there and share this mission that we're doing. We were able to share the business, and we had people interested in joining our team as well. So it's just exciting to see that my team is getting motivated. They want to do more. They want to share with more people, and people that were on my team that maybe weren't as motivated got remotivated today. So that was a big win for us. We've had, over the last 3 months, people do their 2,000 plus, people qualify their business and get remain qualified. So that's been a super win. We've had a couple of HLPs happening on my team as well. And so I'm really happy because the two people I think, well, actually it's a couple people that played really instrumental in this happening. And I'll shout them out because I really appreciate y'all. One is Mary Shear. I don't know if she's on this call, but she was really instrumental in helping me in September. And Leah Sheeter as well, our leader. She's really been sticking in there helping me a lot. And Jennifer Fultz helped me, actually. Yeah, Jen. She helped me on a call, and I loved it because it was she wanted to get trained, and I said, well, help me, you know. So it was really an awesome opportunity to have that help. And Lauren Layton, I think she's on this call, she has been helping me, and also Natalie has helped me. And so I am experiencing not just things on my team, but the camaraderie. I said it wrong, but you get the point. On our team of how we help each other. And I like to see, oh, look, I got some light. Okay, well, never mind. I would like to see more of that on our team because I feel like each person has something unique that they bring to the table. And it's not a comparison between like each other, but to recognize each other's strengths and how somebody on your team might actually be a key to helping someone that you're trying to reach, because maybe they have personalities that's kind of a little similar, or maybe they have a gentle way that they approach things and it just really attracts that customer that you're trying to reach. Or maybe it's more powerful or whatever, but all of it's powerful to me because it's power is not just because you're vocal or whatever that is. It's expressed through silence, because silence is golden. It's expressed through quietness. It's expressed through even people who may be loud or whatever that it is. But just encourage you guys to see your strengths, because we are a team whole and we are strong, and we've been able to work with Leah and help her to accomplish this wonderful thing with her and God of NMD. So I'm super excited about that. That was a big goal of mine. I wanted to see Leah's dreams come true for her family, and I wanted to see the little baby strawberry, Leah, hint, hint, at conference, and be able to just see everything in fruition on the stage. So I'm excited, and I can't wait to see all of you. And Andrea Deal, I see you right now. I was thinking about you. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you guys in a few.
Oh man, you're so awesome. Seriously. I've already told Deshawn this, but she has some amazing things that she could teach us. I mean, I have learned a lot from you these last few months, and there are some particular things that, like she's saying, everybody brings something to the table. And she has some very strong areas that areas that she's very strong in. And I really do want to, find a good way to help highlight people on our team like that so that we can learn from each other. And one of the things is she just gets out there and asks people to do things with her. And so I agree. We have amazing camaraderie on our team, but we are spread out. And so she just got in there and was like, well, I mean, I'm just going to ask people she knew she was texting me like, how long are you going to be off on maternity leave? And I'm like, well, I don't know, but I mean, she was getting a plan in place. Like, all right, I'm going to call Lauren. I'm going to call these people to do calls with me. And she does an amazing job of getting people connected. So I guarantee 10% or less of her phone calls are by herself, like any contact with a person. And it is not because she's not capable. She's more than capable of having that conversation by herself, but it's because she sees the value of connections and relationships and exposing those people to somebody else. And so she does a very good job of that, and it has showed up big time in her team, that she's duplicating that into her team. So anyway, you're a gift, Deshawn. We can't wait to see you at conference. So I hope you're working on some kind of like creative NMD song, you know, for the team that you can sing at conference?
Maybe I'll think about it.
Little
No,
team
you
hold,
have to.
little team hold jingle. You and Jenny could like choreograph.
I saw you, Jenny. I saw
something.
where's she at? I saw that.
I'll do
I
the
saw
choreo.
you, Jenny. Jenny, I do Facebook stalk you, just so you know. I don't always like, y'all know y'all Facebook stalk people. Don't lie. Y'all know y'all do. Besides looking for customers, I Facebook stalk her just a little bit.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
Hey, we gotta utilize each other. So that's good. That's okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's awesome.
Well, with
Thank
that
you for
segue,
sharing.
I'll go.
Yeah. Please do.
Well, I see it. It's crazy. I'm hearing that Andrew's been doing this for 3 years. I'm like, man, I'm just a baby in this. I've only been 8 months now, and I didn't expect any of this, to be honest. When I first started, it was like just like I need it paid for, and now it's like NMD. Like, this is my business, and it's crazy to me because I never thought of myself as a business owner or this. I was always a performer, and then I was just a mom, and I'm like, that's all I could do. That was it. And so now, but like sticking with Leah like an infant almost, and just listening to her every day and connecting with her, I couldn't have like seen this for myself before, and she saw it in me, and now I can like picture myself as a leader. I still get intimidated by it a little bit, like to do what Leah does, but you know, there's definitely growth areas in that, but I'm like, I can do this, and I'm going to make it all the way. And this is going to be like my family, you know, this is going to be our income. This is, you know, this is it. And it's because it's only because of Leah, honestly, as far as the business side goes. I mean, the product is great, of course, and it's definitely helped my health in tremendous ways. But to see that vision, I'm very emotional right now. I'll be just warning you right now. I'm very emotional. But starting this with Jennifer too, her giving me that push, like, let's do it. We got to do it. She's always my, she doesn't think before she acts. She just goes for it. And I love that about her. But I'm just rambling. I'm sorry I'm rambling. But
No, it's good.
yeah, just thank you for being there every day and guiding me and leading me. And like the win for this month, I guess, we say our wins, but what did you say, Leah? I increased my
Over
paycheck
400%.
over
since
400% since
July.
July.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And that's like, when I saw that number, I was like, that can't be right. I was like, am I reading this right? And I could have never have seen that for myself. And I'm just so thankful for this team and for the positivity that we constantly give each other and the encouragement. And, you know, it's all about lifting each other up. And I will forever be a part of that because it's just awesome. It's just awesome to be a part of that. So yeah. So thanks, guys.
Well, we love you too. And 2 quick things. One, y'all, I can't ever listen to you without giving you like some encouragements afterwards. That's just like, anyway, number one, I felt the same way you did for the longest time when I would look at my leaders, like, you know, Mary, and just like, look at what she does. I couldn't wrap my mind around that being me.
Mm-hmm.
And so my encouragement is just do the next right thing. Like, just it really is. It's just one step in front of the other. Mm-hmm. And there comes a point in time where you realize you just step into your own skin. I mean, it's already in you, but that one step after the other is going to continue to help you practice what it looks like to kind of become the leader that you are. And you're already doing that in incremental ways with your team, Jenny. And so that's one encouragement. And then the other thing is that, you would not be, you wouldn't be sitting here, maybe, well, I know I was a part of that. The Lord was definitely a part of that, but you were a huge part of that because you actually stuck with me. You had opportunities to stop. You had lots of opportunities to say, this feels hard. I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. But you didn't. So you really were a huge piece of this. And I don't want you to overlook that, because that's going to be an important part of you seeing like that you really can do this, because you already are doing it. And you're the one that's stuck in. You stayed faithful. You kept putting other people before yourself. And the biggest way we do that is we continue to press through those times when we could stop, or when we feel uncomfortable, etc. And I think one of the biggest ways we're able to move through those is by reminding ourselves, this isn't about me. This is about these people that I have the opportunity to share with. And not every person's going to say yes. And we had that conversation lots of times, didn't we? And we still will. We all need that reminder. So I just want to make sure you know that, because I mean, you and people on this team, like, we're learning a lot from you and from your journey. I mean, you are our first official, like, fast track sales coordinator from the time, like, your original start date. And we're going to start doing that a lot more on our team. So, anyway, super exciting. Thanks for sharing all that.
Thank you. Who's next?
Stephanie, I feel like you should talk. Not to
You
call
should
you
definitely
out.
talk.
They done called you out.
I really want to hear from you.
Can you tell I'm tired? Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. Other than August 12th, that like sticks out in my mind. Like, so I had there's no other way to put it, but a hellacious year, with my family and personal mess. And so, I had been kind of piddling, with my business. Really, I had been in a couple of image seminars, but April and Leah were patiently sticking with me and continuing to contact me. And so August 12th, I can't even remember why I went, to be honest with you. I knew that there was an image seminar. I don't know if April told me about it or Leah told me about it, but it was kind of a non-negotiable, like, you have to go. And so, that was huge for me. I reconnected with, Andrea, and then Andrea Deal and Lauren and Natalie. And I think I shared this on another call, but I remember talking about doing an event, and Lauren and Natalie, Andrea and I were talking about needing to do the live events, and Natalie and Lauren were both like, well, you'll do it. Like, why are we even having this conversation? Like, you're going to do an event. And so that was a Friday, and the next Saturday, Lauren and Natalie drove to Cincinnati and did this smoothie party for my first live event. And so, from there, it just took off. Like, the last 6 to 8 weeks, I just feel like people coming alongside me was really huge for me. I am an extreme extrovert, and I love people, and I like partnering with people and feeling like it's probably, some of it's not healthy, it's codependence, but whatever. I love having people with me, really holding my hand and doing things with me. And so I think that showed me the importance of our team, the willingness to serve and love. And And then I caught this huge vision for Leah's goal. And so there's a lot of crazy stories over the last 6 weeks. I can't even start to talk. I mean, it's just insane. Like these last minute, like crazy calls, like overtime almost, you know. But I remember talking to April. I can't remember if it was Sunday or qualifiers day, but I was like, I can't be the weakest link. We have to get HLP. We have to get it. Like, I don't care what we have to do. What am I going to, you know? And I was like leaving her messages at 5:30 in the morning, driving to work. And I mean, it was just insanity. But it happened. And so it's been so encouraging to me to see what has happened in 6 to 8 weeks time. Like what would happen if I was just even 75% engaged in my business, you know, because I was like 150% engaged over the past 6 weeks. So, you know, even if I was just normal and put in a good amount of time, you know, what God could do, what this team could do, what could happen for my family. My B 6 weeks ago was that I could pay for my living expenses for my family, and I'm $50 away from that. Like that's insane. That's just ridiculous. So, and my husband's totally on board. You know, he's like, you have to go to Mars. When are you going to Mars? Well, I mean, how many times do you need to go before we meet the Comic Club? Like, what do we need to make this happen? So, like, we're moving states, like 3 states down, and we're postponing me starting a new job so I can go to Mars. I mean, just our whole perspective and vision on life has changed and is changing. And so I am incredibly thankful. My head's still spinning, but I feel like, and I'm rambling now too, but my relationship with April started how many years ago? I was a freshman in college. And just to see God be so sweet to keep that relationship over all these years, and then to see it partner with Leah, and it's just a really unique thing that most adult women, I don't think, get to experience as friendships and a team like this. I really believe that. And so I'm excited to see all of you at conference and to meet some of you for the first time, and hopefully get to see so much more happen over the next few months. So,
well, I feel like, I don't know, there's like several things I want to say right now. But you know, the last 6 to 8 weeks, you know, also like it has generated so much. It's so cool to see how, you know, it's easier to go fast than it is to go slow, because you can really dig in and you can build momentum pretty quickly. I mean, really, that's pretty quick to build momentum, but you put a lot in. You really did. You worked hard, you put a lot in, you invested in people, you had events, you trusted us big time. We did Zoom calls. I mean, you know, it was, yeah. And now you have this momentum on your team and in your business that you've never had since you've been in the business, period. And now you can, you know, continue to develop that momentum, but you can do it in a sustainable way, you know. And so there are surges, there's times where we do that, you know, but that's not like how we run our business constantly, but we can still keep moving it forward very intentionally. And it blesses me tremendously. I mean, one of my greatest joys is seeing you guys reach milestones that give you glimpses of your potential and just who you are. Like, you're amazing, and none of us realize how amazing God's created us as, but I feel like this gives us an opportunity to see more and more of that. And, you know, to see, like, one example of that is a paycheck. It's not the only example, but getting to see that, how for many of you, just what a blessing that is or would be for your family, that matters to me big time, because I know where our family has come, and we've been through some financial hardship in the past, and I know what a blessing this Juice Plus paycheck has always been to our family, and you better believe what a blessing it is to us now. I mean, seriously. So I do have to say there are lots of funny stories I could share about mine and Stephanie's journey the last 6 to 8 weeks. But one story I do want to share, it's not necessarily a funny one, but it's an important one, I think. And it is because I want all of you to just get a glimpse at who we are as a team, and what we are seeking to duplicate. There's a lot of amazing, teams out there, and we really are one team, one mission. So, we are aligned with other amazing teams in this company. We're going to learn from other people too. But on Friday morning, on Close of Business, I had pictured in my mind before that day. I was watching all week, watching like where our numbers were, and I was updating you guys. And I was well aware that on the 30th of every month, we have a lot of people bill, as you can imagine, because we wrap up a lot of people's goals at the end of months. So we have a lot of customers that sign on at the end of the month and they bill at the end of the month. But it's way too much for me to really know how many people and how many points that would be, right? So I knew that we would not know till literally the last day of the month if we hit the numbers we needed to hit. So that's why all week, we were just all pressing for more as much as we could, right? And I had pictured in my mind opening my PVC report that morning and seeing every single thing in place, actually seeing our volume 2,000 points higher than what it was supposed to be. That's what I had pictured in my mind and just really prayed for. And the only thing I knew in my mind, I was like, I think the only picture that I knew might be left was an HLP that we were working on finishing with Stephanie, because she was going to reach sales coordinator. And sure enough, I opened my report literally like 7 a.m. or something that morning. And I was like dumbfounded because it was exactly like I pictured it. And then Stephanie had a team member who needed one more trio to finish an HLP. And that would promote her to sales coordinator. And then it would also complete April's leg and finish NMD requirements. And so I always tell, you can ask Damien too, because he knows this too. It all comes down to an HLP. It always does. Always, y'all. HLPs are important. And this time it actually came down to a trio, one trio order. Now, technically, without going into all the details, I just want to say that, let me just say it this way. We were confident that God had this thing, and we patiently waited all day long. We didn't try to force anything. We didn't try to figure out some kind of other way to make this happen outside of just helping that team member do what they needed to do to get their success, because we wanted that person to get their win, helping them get their win. Stephanie got her win. We got our win. And instead of trying to force it just to get it done, and I knew in my mind, I was like, we're going to get this done by 6 p.m. Eastern time before they close today. And we literally got it done, I think 8 or 9 minutes before they closed. And we didn't know we were going to get it done until about 1 minute before that. So we just, just the value of doing what we do with integrity and not feeling like, well, I got to force this to happen. I got to make this happen. Having confidence, this is going to be taken care. I mean, God had already taken care of all the other, I just think about the Israelites, how many things God provided for them and how often they had to be reminded, look at all this he's already provided, and how easy it is to forget. And it can be easy to forget. And I just felt like my prayer through this whole process was for the Lord to just keep reminding me what he had already done. And really 2 years ago, what he did was he told me there was going to be a team like this, and it's going to be even bigger than this, but that there were going to be a lot of faces of people experiencing the hope our family has, because I kept taking another step forward and persevering. And that's exactly what's happened. And so anytime I begin to doubt, like, what if I need to just kind of like make this happen, I feel like he just reminds me, Leah, I have provided all these things, and I'm going to provide the right timing, and he's going to do that for every one of you. I mean, because I believe our team is seriously, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, anointed, that's a Lisa word. She would say, you guys are just anointed. But I mean, I really believe strongly that the people on this team are really and truly on this team for a reason, and that we have all been brought together for a reason. And I believe it's going to be the same reality on each of your respective teams too. So I have a couple other things I do want to share, and I know we've already been on for about 45 minutes, and it's late for especially us Eastern time people. So before I want to give anybody who hasn't had a chance to share, if you want to shout out just a couple of things really quick, I'll give us a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to wrap us up.
I'll just say real quick to piggyback on Stephanie. I'm just super thankful for how our team has worked together to help each other. And I think, I'm most grateful, Leah, for you and your leadership, but also for Lauren and Natalie and Andrea Lopez, who have just come around me and really rallied to help me have personal wins, to reach sales coordinator and to grow my team. And I just could not have done it without all of you guys. So thank you to you ladies. And, it just means the world that you would, schedule events every week, whether it's at my house or your house, to help me, invite new people to, and to find new teammates, and to help Stephanie as well, and really to help our leg grow to the point where we could really be a solid leg for Leah. And I have told Leah too, but just help, what she says all the time, like helping our people get wins, help us get wins, and then help our team get wins. And so I'm just really thankful for you guys who have all helped us get there. So thanks for that.
Thanks.
And I'm thankful to you too, Leah, for just doing brain surgery on Stephanie and I over and over and over and over and over and over, and never putting down the scalpel, just always being ready anytime we need it. And Stephanie, just thank you for jumping on that table with me and saying, that it's worth it. It's worth, opening up our hearts and minds to somebody that we trust and who can really help us move forward and walk us hand in hand through the forest that we were scared of a lot of times, but really just trusting Leah to help guide us. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And thank you, Leah, for being a great guide.
Wow. That's big. Thank you for saying that. And thanks for trusting me. Trust is a big, big part of that. Big time. Gosh, you guys are really awesome. All right. Anybody else want to shout anything out?
I just have to say that, you guys, you and Mary, I just aspire to be like you, because, how you stick to people, but you love on people no matter what they're doing, whether it's not how many trios do you have, it's like, how are you? How are you doing? How are you? Well, for me, it's like, how is Jennifer, and you just love on people, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. It means the world to me. And I'm just so proud of Jenny, and I'm just so glad that we're in this together. And because we had, we've been best friends forever, but we weren't in constant contact like we are now, So I'm just so proud of Jenny. I love everybody on this phone call right now. And just when you all call and just love on me, I don't have words. It means the world. Yeah.
You are awesome, Jennifer. Seriously. Don't you ever doubt for a second whether or not you had a hand in all this. Like,
oh yeah,
hey, Jenny's leg might not exist without you.
Exactly.
I know, because sometimes, I was like, I'm not where I want to be. And then I was like, Jenny and I were on the phone trying to figure out our paychecks and we were clicking on stuff in the virtual office trying to figure stuff out. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been
qualified.
5 months in a row. I was like, when did that happen?
I go, I've been telling you that every day. Like, look, you're qualified for another month in a row. That's awesome. It's a big deal. It is a big deal. So, and I just have to say on that note, like, and I know you guys know this, because every single one of y'all on here, I've we've phased into what I'm about to say too, as well as business. But, this team, I mean, you guys seriously, you guys mean so much to my family and I, and we pray for you guys. We love each of you for who you are. We don't love you for what you do for us or for, I mean, this is not just about NMD. It's not just about our family, because everything you did it, you served somebody else and you served your family and your goals, and your goals matter. So even though you may have been really pumped and excited and gotten really motivated because you wanted to be a part of this NMD surge, that really wasn't ultimately deep down what it was about. And on top of that, my number one love for you guys is just for you. Like, I want to see you and your families flourish, and that is number one, what is important to me. And so anytime that I'm working with you or we're connecting about things, just know that is number one, what's in my mind. And so if there are times where, I'm, I don't necessarily know if pushing is the right word, but if there's times where I'm really leaning in and, kind of like nudging you forward in a time where it feels uncomfortable, my number one thought is about your own growth. And when I know that is going to come out of that for you and for your family. And of course that's going to affect your business, of course, but and that matters to me because your business matters and that paycheck matters because it does real things for real families. Okay. And we all on here know that. And I want you guys to experience even more of that. But I just, that is really important to me for you guys to know that you matter to me as a friend and somebody that I care deeply about. And getting to help you thrive in this mission and in this business is all wrapped up into that for sure, because I see the benefits of who you can impact and also what that can do for your family. But like Jennifer said, that how many trios and all that stuff, that's not the primary thing, but I know those things come, and that's important for all of us to lean into our teams that way. And that's just the kind of people all of you are anyway. So, so was anybody else going to say anything? Thought I heard somebody.
I just want to say thank you, Damien. Damien, look, I know Leah be on. Damien.
For real. Thank you, Damien.
Thank you, Damien. Look, nobody gave him a shout.
That's right. Thank you, Damien.
That's all.
I hope he's listening right now because he got on. Oh, there he is.
Thank you, Damien.
Yes. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Oh.
I guess now that I'm on, I was just listening, but I guess now that I'm on, I'll speak. It's been an amazing journey for us, no doubt about it, and it's been a very emotional time for me as well. Even in the past, I would say 8 months, particularly the past month and a half has been big. I told Leah, I just remembered a time last conference. Wait a minute, 2 conferences ago, when she was pushing and she didn't reach her goal. And I remember saying to her, "This is getting hard for me. This is getting hard for me to watch this." And she just sort of looked at me and, almost reassuringly, and I just got the sense it's hard for her too, but not in the same way. So then I watched her sort of flip to another gear, and in the past year or so, it's been amazing for me to watch how Leah has grown so much. And I love listening to her talk to you guys because I learn a lot about leadership from her, and the way she leans into you guys, the way that she truly loves you. I mean, one of the most surprising things to me was checking in all day long with Stephanie's story that we heard earlier. And at the beginning of the day, I told Leah, I said, and trying to put all the pieces together, I said, "Are you telling me that we're talking about one trio?" And she said, "Yes." And I was like, "This will happen." And she said, "I know it'll happen, and this is how it's going to happen." So about noon, I sort of check in again, and nope, still waiting. And right before I work out, I contact her again, and still waiting. And I walk in after we walk out, knowing that corporate's about to close. And I can just tell by the look on her face. It was totally peaceful. But I thought, I wonder if I should say anything, or she hasn't said anything to me yet, so I'm just going to wait. And about within 5 minutes or so, I was walking around the kitchen. We were both doing things, getting ready for dinner. And she got a text from Stephanie, and she looked at me and she just said, "It's done." And so
So you fist pumped.
Yeah, we did. We fist bumped. And but I think that to watch her, everything that she said is so true. I mean, she was committed to everyone reaching their goal. And she was so committed that, I'm serious, it was 8 minutes before corporate closed. And she was so sure that it was going to happen. And I was like, "Give me the dang phone. I'm gonna call somebody right now, and I'm gonna order this trio." Do you understand me? We're not gonna miss this by one trio. And but it happened. And so I want to have a more thoughtful message for all of you guys that I want to send out on Voxer. I didn't think about it, and I could probably talk, but it's late, and I wouldn't get to my point very quickly. So, but I'm thankful for all of you guys. You all played a huge part in this, and I'd like to think about my side of the story and get it as succinct as possible to encourage you guys. I'm thankful for you guys. We do pray for you guys, and we care a lot about you.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad she was cool, calm, and collected, because I was a freaking maniac on the road. Like, I was about to put in the trio order myself under a different name. So I'm glad that maybe that will come in years down the road, but I was not like that.
Yeah.
Some of your texts, Stephanie, were so funny. You're like, "The waiting is killing me." And I think I responded back something like, "Sometimes the Lord teaches us the most in the waiting." And it was like 30 minutes before corporate was going to close.
Oh, you did. You were so wise and very patient, and I was about to kill Amy Thompson. So you all will meet her, but I was going to kill her.
Oh my God.
Dad, for Pete's sake, just get her dad to order. It was just crazy.
Totally.
Anyway.
Yes. And
but I think God does. Oh
no, go ahead.
I think God does that. At least it's been my experience. Sometimes he does it, orchestrates it just like that to say, "See, I had you all along." You know, when he waits to the very last minute.
Well,
p.m. is when that text came through, just so you know, 5:57.
Okay, well, already 3 minutes. But yeah, I think too it was kind of a culmination, just to kind of give you, like, when I think of September, after I had Adeline, she was 6 days old, and Damien, one morning before he went to work, he just looked at me and he was like, I want this. I want, our team to get there. And when you're ready to re-engage, I'm ready to do what I need to do to make that happen. And I was like, okay. So I started doing calls that day. And I think I went through a little bit of confusion. Maybe that first week or so, just getting reoriented and getting my picture clear again. Not that I had lost it, but I'd just been kind of in a whole nother place. And I just think the Lord just kept the thing the rest of the month. The theme really was just work hard, rest in me, work hard, rest in me. And it's kind of a interesting dynamic, when you think about resting, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not doing anything, but I just kept thinking, like, we are working hard. God has already put so many pieces in place, and I just have to work hard and rest in him. And I feel like that's it was like the way he ended it all at the end of the month. That was exactly how it had to go down. And I just felt really confident in that. And I also feel like Adeline's birth was so reflective of this NMD process too, which doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, from the perspective that we had a clear picture and it had to change, like it had to change quickly. We had to be willing to embrace a different picture, but we still got, an amazing outcome that we are so, so grateful for. And I feel like it's been a little bit like that in my NMD journey, because I've had to change my timeline several times. We have as a team. But when it happened in a way that could not be attributed to anything other than God's goodness and favor, honoring the hard work that we've put in. And that's kind of what I've prayed the whole time, is that would be the way that it would go down. And so of course it would be the month that, I end up having a baby too. So, but I just do want to say, and, some of you, this analogy, those of you that have gone to Image, the analogy of what you do runs down the leash is familiar, but what that is talking about is in the military, the dog handlers, what they did and their integrity and what they did was always would run down the leash to their dog. That was very reflective of the dog and how the dog would interact in scenarios and things like that. And so as a leader, it really is the same way. And that's why it was so important for me that day for everybody to get their win, not only because I cared about each person, but also because you want everybody else to care about their people too. And so what you do, even when people can't see what you're doing and people can't see the decisions you're making, that's going to run down the leash, and it's going to glorify God too. Obviously, that's the primary. But I just want to say that in closing, number one of the things I wanted us to do tonight is not just share wins, but share like what we were excited about next, because it's important to have your next goal in mind once you reach one goal. And we didn't get to do that. So we'll just have to plan another time. Maybe we can have a Zoom just about that. Because I, like Deshawn said, I think us knowing what we're excited about next is part of team camaraderie. But I will share that as our team has grown significantly in qualifiers these last few months, I've gotten to see that in a lot of your paychecks growing. But even if your paycheck is not where you want it to be yet, or if it's not, going the direction you want it to go in, it's still like qualifying your business and really taking a look at, what we talk about on our team, a solid customer base looks like, is where it all starts. That's why we always start with column 6 because it's about the people we're impacting first. And because growing a team is about teaching other people to do what you've done, which is impact a group of people yourself, right? And so that's what we've always taught on our team. And, you know, I want each of you, as you move toward your goals, each of you are going to be growing in helping your team members do that too. Just like Deshawn was saying, she's had 2 new team members in the last 2 months that have now qualified their business, her first qualifiers on her team. And that's a big win to celebrate, because then you see that not only you are impacting a solid group of people with their health, but you're helping other people do that. That's duplication. And that's how we start impacting lots more people than we could by ourselves. So my goal personally is that by the end of the year, that we would have 24 people on our team that are customer qualified. So not just qualified in column 4, but customer qualified, meaning, you know, you have a qualified business just based on a solid group of customers you are impacting, because that's really, it can't just be about the number on the paper, but about how many people are we impacting as an individual and as a team. And so that's what I want to continue. I've already been, you know, focused on helping you guys with that. And I want to continue to help you do that and to duplicate that on your teams. And I'm excited to continue to help you guys either establish what's next for you or move toward what you already know is next, because you guys all have some really cool things on the horizon. So, all right. Well, anybody else have anything they want to say before we hop off here? All right. I'm going to say a quick prayer. I do have to say, after Damien did his little celly, when we knew we were done, we got the girls all together and held hands in the kitchen and prayed and thanked God for what he did on our team. And so that was the first NMD act, if you will, that happened in our household. And so I'm just going to pray for us really quick. And then Damien, if you can go over to my computer and stop the recording, just click the record or the stop record button.
I will. I must say though that it's so nice to not that you didn't ask me to pray. I'm so glad.
Preacher man always gets nominated.
I'm the DP, the designated prayer, so you'll do just fine.
Thanks, babe. All right, y'all. Father, thank you so much for these amazing people that you created in your image and that you have great plans for, and that you are doing amazing things in their heart and mind. And I just thank you that you brought this into each of our lives, this mission, this product, that you've done tremendous things in our health, big and small, and that you have done the same in our families. And some of our journeys have been longer or shorter, but I'm just so grateful that everybody that is a part of this team has committed to something greater than themselves, and has committed to being a part of a mission that is making a tremendous difference in the lives of others. And this journey is not an easy one, but is so worth it. And these relationships are so worth it. And I just pray that you would receive every bit of glory from what has happened on this team, what continues to happen. I pray we would just constantly be lifting that up to you, not to ourselves. And that when we get to celebrate our wins at conference, and when we get to celebrate NMD as a team, that you would shine through in a undeniable way as we get to celebrate it, as we share the story, and that we would just be filled with gratefulness for what you're doing and what you will do. And I just pray that you continue to be faithful to pour out incredible favor on our team and the people on this team, that you would allow our families to flourish and thrive, our marriages, our parenting, our friendships and just favor in our business as we share with others, and a continued sense of reliance on you and not ourselves, and a sense of just desire to look beyond ourselves to the needs of others, and to be able to let go of any kind of hindrances we may put on ourselves by what other people would think, but that we would just be able to let go of that for the good and for the good of others, and share what we have. And we just thank you for Jesus, and we thank you for the life and purpose he gives us each day. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 All right. Y'all are awesome. And yeah, we'll be in touch, because we'll Zoom again soon. And thanks for hanging in there, because I know we were on for a while tonight. So, all right. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you.